So there's a debate in the precious metals community that comes up all the time. Should you be trading your metals, trying to time the market, buy low, sell high, or should you just be stacking, just buying and holding? And I'll tell you right now, I'm a stacker. I'm not trying to time anything. And in this video, I'll break down why that's a smarter play for most people and a couple of things you have to have in order before you even start buying. And then a tax question that comes up a lot, and I think a lot of people get wrong. Stacking is pretty simple. You're buying precious metals, silver, gold, platinum, whatever, and you're holding on to them. You're not looking at the chart every day trying to figure out if now is the time to sell. You're not trying to flip your silver into gold and then back into silver when the ratio changes. You're just accumulating, building position over time. The idea is that over the long run, precious metals hold their value. They protect your purchasing power, and you're not trying to outsmart the market. You're just trying to be in the market. And honestly, for most people, that is way more realistic than trying to trade. Here's the problem with trading precious metals. Here's some things that people don't think about. When you decide to trade, you're not making one decision, you're making two. You have to know when to get out, and you have to know when to get back in. Most people honestly think they might get one of those right. Maybe you see silver running up, and you think, okay, this feels like the top. I'm going to sell. Let's say you time that well. Now what? You're sitting on the sidelines with cash, and you're waiting for that dip. What if the dip doesn't come? What if silver pulls back $2 and then rips right past where you sold? Now you're in this awful spot where you're watching the price go up without you. You're either buying back in at higher than where you sold, which means you lost money on the whole move, or you're just sitting there paralyzed, waiting for that number that might never come. And that's the trap. You have to be right twice. The second decision is almost always harder than the first because now emotions are involved. You got fear of missing out. You've got regret. You're second guessing yourself. It's a mess. And that's all before we even get into the tax hit you will take on doing this, because precious metals are taxed differently than stocks and bonds and other assets, which we'll talk about that here in a minute. Okay, before we go any further, I want to say something that not enough people in this space seem to talk about. And it's not anything sexy, but it is important. If you have high interest debt, credit cards, personal loans, whatever, you should probably not be buying precious metals right now. I know that's not what you want to hear, but think about it. If you're carrying a balance on a credit card at 18 to 22% interest or even more, and you're going out and buying silver, you're not really ever going to get ahead. You're hoping that silver goes up more than 24% a year just to break even against what you're losing on interest. And that's not a very good bet or smart bet. So get that debt handled first. The precious metals are not going anywhere. Silver and gold will still be here when you're ready. Put that credit card balance that is eating you alive right now. Handle that and then start stacking. Now, I'm not saying you have to be completely debt-free before you buy your first ounce. A mortgage is fine. A car payment at a reasonable rate. I'm talking about the high interest stuff that's compounding against you. Kill that first. Also, I would recommend taking advantage of any tax advantaged accounts, such as IRAs. Get your 401k match if your employer has one of those. Get that free money all squared away before you buy any precious metals. All right, so let's talk about dollar cost averaging. So once you're in a position to start buying and you've decided you are going to stack and not trade, the best thing you can do is be consistent. Dollar cost averaging, you've probably heard of it with stocks, but it works the same way with metals. You pick an amount. Maybe it's $50 a month. Maybe it's $200, whatever you can afford, and then you just buy. Every month, doesn't matter what the spot price is doing. Some months you'll buy and the price will be high. Some months you'll buy and you will get a deal. Over time, it averages out and you end up with a solid cost basis without ever having to stress about timing. And here is the big thing. You don't get caught up in the noise. There is so much noise in this space. Every other day there's a video telling you that silver is going to $100 or the dollar is about to collapse. And on the flip side, you've got people saying precious metals are a terrible investment and you should sell everything. Try to ignore all of that, stick to your plan, and keep buying. The people that make those kind of videos are trying to get clicks. You are just trying to buy wealth, with precious metals being one part of that journey. And that's why it's important to have a plan and stick to that plan. Buy consistently and let time do its thing. All right, next up, let's talk about the reality of taxes. So this is something I wanted to cover because I see the question come up all the time. People ask, if I trade my silver for gold, is that taxable? Like if I go to the dealer and swap my silver coins for gold, I've never touched the cash, so it's not taxable, right? Well, that's actually wrong. It is taxable. The IRS treats that as a sale of your silver and a purchase of gold. Even though you never saw a dollar in their eyes, you sold the silver at market value, then bought gold with the proceeds. So if your silver went up since you bought it, you owe capital gains tax on that difference. Now, it used to be, prior to the 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, you could do that without incurring taxes. It used to be called the 1031 like-kind exchange and let you swap one investment asset for a similar one and defer the taxes. So you could trade silver for gold and not owe anything until you eventually sold. People did this for years with precious metals. This applied to other things too, like real estate. So starting in January 2018, you can't do a like-kind exchange with precious metals anymore. Any swap, silver to gold, gold to silver, coins to bars, it's all a taxable event now. One exception is if you're doing this inside a precious metals IRA, which I've covered in a previous video, you can swap metals within the IRA and it's tax deferred because the whole account is tax deferred. But if you're just a regular stacker, stacking metals at home or in a safe deposit box, anytime you convert, the IRS wants their cut. And remember, the IRS classifies precious metals as collectibles. So the max long-term capital gains rate is 28%, which is higher than you would pay on stocks. And if you held the metal for less than a year, it's taxed at your ordinary income rate. So that's another reason not to trade. Every time you sell, you're creating a taxable event and potentially paying a higher rate than you'd pay on almost any other investment. Now, obviously, I'm not a tax professional. Seek some guidance, talk to your CPA about your own specific situation. But the general rule is, if metal changes hands and you made a gain, you owe taxes on it. That's also why it's important to keep a record of your purchase price and how long you've held these metals for. Okay, finally, to wrap it up, let's bring it all together. So in general, just keep stacking. Don't trade because you do have to time it when you get out and when you get in. You're not going to outsmart the market in a consistent manner. And every time you do try, you're dealing with taxes and emotions and timing that's impossible to get right. Handle your high interest debt before you start. Buy consistently. Don't get caught up in the noise. And understand the tax rules before you start swapping metals around thinking it's a free move. It is not. If you found this helpful, hit the like button, subscribe if you have not already, and drop a comment if you've got any questions about this. Also, let me know if there's any coins you'd like to see to review. And if it's reasonable, I might order some to showcase them on this channel. Stay tuned for more. I'm going to do a little bit of unboxing and a few other videos coming up soon. Appreciate you sticking with me to the end of this video. And yeah, if you have any other video ideas, drop that in the comment as well. and I'll see you in the next one.